Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of DETAUX, Designers Talk UX.
Winston Churchill once said, to improve is to change, to be perfect is to change often. Welcome to another episode of Crack. Today we have Avaneka with us, whose zeal to do something new helped her crack the interview at Doodleblue. Stay tuned to know how. Hey Avaneka, welcome to DETAUX. How are you doing today?
Hi, I am good. How are you?
I'm doing great as well. It's good to see you.
Same here.
Thank you so much. And welcome to DETAUX. Thank you for talking to us. And congratulations that you got into Doodleblue. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
great. We'd love to know the story and how you got it in. But let's first introduce you. Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Yes, sure. So, hi everyone. This is Avaneka, and I have an experience of around 8.5 years with the retail industry, more of the fashion industry. So, where I was working as a visual merchandiser, and then last year I thought of transitioning my career and starting up something with UI UX. And so I enrolled myself with Designers Academy of this year. And so, yes, now I'm here and I am placed with Doodleblue. So, yes, this is all about myself.
Great. So, very interesting. I mean, you were working for 8.5 years and then you transitioned to UX design. So, what made you do that?
Yes, so basically, as I think it is there in the world, I would say that it's a hype going on with UI UX because this is a lot of people are moving towards that. Maybe uh, because it is booming because of COVID times, or because it was there, I would say previously also. But then, yes, now things have totally changed in terms of mobile design or web design. So this actually interested me, and I always wanted to do something related to the softwares, wherein maybe I was not getting enough time or a chance. So then I thought of doing something different, which I've never tried. And I discussed with a lot of my friends and family about this. And then I finally enrolled myself. I also tried a lot of courses, I would say Udemy and all that. But then I think those were not helping me because I was not getting a proper guidance, maybe on how to do it and how to, what to do. So that is the reason, I moved a total jump even after 8 years, and also earning, I would say, in a level. But then I thought that I think this is the right time where maybe I can make a change and then I can learn something new.
Hmm.
So
That's
that was
great.
the reason. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And then tell us about your company. How did you go about choosing your company, or what do they do?
Yes, so I came across Doodleblue at Discord itself, on the job posting portal. So when I was looking at the Doodleblue website, so the most important thing that actually came across is that they also cater, or they also work with industries which have a retail and fashion background.
Oh, interesting.
So yes, so
So there was
there actually,
something that
yes,
resonated.
I can feel some connection. Maybe I'll be able to give them something in my from my experience related to the fashion background or retail. So then I thought that it is, I think, a good time and a good company to invest in and to kind of apply for. And then I think the cards were in my
Your
so
favor.
yes, it was in my favor, so then it happened.
Great, great. Congratulations for that. And do you want to detail out how did you go about the interview experience? that you had?
Yes. Yeah, so basically, Doodleblue is a digital consulting firm. I would say, like they're more into digitalization, where they work for completely for web and mobile designing, and with they have like too many services and industries related that related to health, as I said, retail and fashion also, and there are different more industries. So. Like this is the company which I felt that maybe I can go for it, because it seemed little similar to me, basis on what all they cater. And if you also see their website, it's quite interesting. So there you can actually see the UI part actually happening. So that also interested me a lot. So that was about Doodleblue. And the journey I would talk about, I started with the prep, then the interview scheduled, and the outcome happened. So let us now, I'll talk about the preparation part. So the preparation that I did it, first of all, is definitely on the shortlisting of the companies. So like even on Discord, or on another channels apart from Discord. So I made a list of the companies where I was actually shortlisting, that where I can apply and why should I apply. Then
Right.
also reviewing the job description is a very important part, because if you don't know the job description, if you don't relate yourself to the job description, there's no point of applying. Because when you don't know that what exactly the recruiter is asking, then I think you will not be able to showcase yourself or maybe your skills there. Then researching the company and the people working in the company. So I remember, as many companies I applied to, I uh, kept on researching about those companies, either on LinkedIn or Google or on different platforms, and also the people associated with those companies. So even the person who's posting the job, I was looking at their profiles also, in order to understand that who that person is, and maybe how I can uh, relate, or how I can connect with that person in person.
Okay.
Then this is most important, like which actually helped me reading the articles or watching the videos. Because while I was in the course with designers also, so my mentor was used to keep telling us that please go through the videos on YouTube or on any other channels that we are familiar with, in order to enhance or upgrade. Because somehow those videos and articles will upgrade ourselves for related to the skills. Because UI or UX, I believe, is all about the practicing, all about enhancement, and definitely as much as you do, you gain knowledge. Then
Right.
I definitely prepared a list of interview questions, and I've also practiced with one of my friends during
Oh.
those times. Because because it's been like 8 years that I was not into that mode. So this was a definitely like a change for me, and I would say a totally new life. Because here again, I have to go through all those things which I think I have done while I was getting graduated or maybe placed during my college times. So I've
Right.
literally prepared a list of interview questions, like a quite number of questions, and actually prepped them. I would say mugged them maybe, and did like a mock interview test also.
Oh,
Yes. Uh,
nostalgic.
Correct. And then go through the portfolios to understand the process. So definitely, because for me this is entirely a different thing. And before this, I would say I was not even aware of the different platforms like Behance, Dribble, Medium. So I have gone through a lot of Behance portfolios, that what extra or maybe how I can better my portfolio, how I can maybe add on projects. because there's just one project from scratch to the end that we are supposed to do as a part of designers. But then
Yeah.
to get placed or to showcase my skills, I definitely had to do more projects. So then I actually went through a lot of projects in the portfolio. So now the if I talk about my portfolio, so minimum definitely there have to be 3 projects, but those are like very minimum. So there is, I would say, no end. So if somebody like a fresher like me, I think 3 is a must, but I can still keep on adding it, keep on doing my own practices and showcase my skills. So out of also which maybe 1 or 2 can be the entire. Okay, I can like in a project we can show the entire process, as in from, as I said, from scratch to end, the entire design creative process, that how do we actually do it, which includes the UX part as well. Then choosing the right platform, definitely it has to be Behance, because I think Behance, I would say, it's everything where one designer, like a graphic designer or a UI UX designer, or the recruiters related to them, or anybody can definitely find the right candidate or whatever we are looking at it, the projects, the elements maybe. Then show some professional or personal projects. So in my case, they were majorly personal projects because I was a fresher and I just started it. But if somebody who's already like 1 year, 2 years in the field, I would say, then definitely showcase your professional projects. So like as I am working with Doodleblue, I'll be soon putting up my project, like a professional project, on the portfolio, so that I can showcase that there is actually a difference while I was not placed.
Okay.
Then, yes, make your portfolio easy to navigate. So again, it has to be very simple, very consistent. It should not be like too many things are added wherein those are not self-explanatory also. Describe the projects in a form of story. So now this point is very important because I remember that my mentor used to tell us, I think on every class, that uh, how do you present is very important. So you should be presenting it in a storyteller form, because somehow that keeps the recruiter or the person who's listening intact. And then keep adding projects whenever you have time. So like I've already spoken, so keep adding the projects, there is no limit, keep enhancing the skills.
Great. So
Yeah.
one question to you, Anika. Here, one project you were able to complete with Designers Academy, right? So the other projects
Yeah.
that you picked up, did you pick them up on yourself by observing a problem, or did you pick up a brief from somewhere? How did you go about that?
Yeah, so apart from this project, like my main project, I picked up one project related to the problem, as in the problem people might face it, and one only thinking like illusionary problem. So
Right.
I one main project, like as you can see, mover is was my main project with the Designers Academy. So there I have explained the entire journey from UX till UI, and
Right.
it was all about tracking the local transport, local public transport, where people doesn't have one platform where maybe they can track, they can book the tickets, uh, they can also like have the option for the seats locator. But the left so this if you see the job search project, this was more on related with the freelance thing. So there I saw that there can be a problem in general. So this was a problem based but entirely UI. So I didn't do left projects majorly focused on UX. I did it more on UI, because I'll tell you why. Because as I was also doing giving the interviews, going through the assignment part, so I saw that more of UI assignments were happening a lot, and people were actually looking for more of UI based. I mean, definitely there will be UX, but UX is something I think where you don't have to enhance your skill. So there is more of the research part, but then slowly and gradually I added more of the UI part, because I feel that UI is something that you just have to practice,
So you
and then
you
you
saw that
can.
pattern, and then you thought, okay, I should add a little more UI projects over here, and that you think helped you with that interview, right?
Yes. So yes, from the time I did this mover thing and the time I did this pizza thing, I myself can judge maybe that there was a lot of difference in my skills as well. Because like as I said, I'm completely new to this. So slowly and gradually I'm enhancing my skills by practicing, and also now I'm also learning little tweaks, little tricks, I would say, which maybe I was not aware of like before. uh,
Okay.
but yes, like I learned a lot of skill making I did, uh, like on a personal level, and only by doing the projects.
Awesome. Awesome. Did you put some projects from your previous experience as well?
Yeah, I just put one, which is the visual merchandising portfolio, because here I was more into the display thing. So like, if you can understand, as an interior designer, so like interior designer designs the like workplaces, I would say, or maybe a house or something like that. So I used to uh, dress up the mannequins or the dress forms, or I used to enhance a brand, like a brand space. So I just added one portfolio where I have few pictures from my past companies.
Okay. So most of the majority of your case studies or projects were focused on what was intended to be in terms of the experience or the interface, and then one project you added so that there's a relevancy on in terms of what you have already achieved so far. So that's why it was
Yes,
just one visual version. Okay. Great.
yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, so now I'll talk about the interview process, like the main part. So here, first of all, I got a general form just to gather my personal information, as in like how I find out about Doodleblue, or what actually interested me to apply for Doodleblue, and some uh, generic information, like my personal information related to that. So after filling up the form, I had a one-on-one video interview with the design head, wherein the design head and I just had like few questions, few conversation related to what, as I've already mentioned, that my introduction first of all. So like my introduction, in order to understand that where I'm coming from, and maybe why I have chosen this UI UX as like a new field, because it is completely different, and also like after 8 years. So then why I chose Doodleblue. So this is what maybe she wanted to understand, because I would say, like as I've already told, because I can relate with Doodleblue, as I had experience of retail, working in retail, so that I can connect. So maybe in future, I think if I'll be given a chance with retail and fashion industry, so I think I'll be able to maybe justify, or maybe I'll be able to present my ideas using my experience.
Right.
Then she definitely asked me to go through my portfolio, and one project out of that, which has the entire design process. So that I've discussed about the project which I did with Designers Academy, because that project has the entire journey starting from UX to UI, wherein she wanted to understand that what all uh, how design process I followed, and maybe I have a clear understanding of that or not, because like I have not just showcased it, and maybe I can explain it also and relate it. And then my journey from visual merchandising to UI UX, that she wanted to understand, because like, I mean, a lot of people are doing transitioning this time, I guess. And also, as a design head, I think she wanted to understand, she wanted to have an idea that maybe now why I have taken. a leap in my career, wherein maybe I was doing good enough in my previous job also. And then that was just the interview with the design head also. And then there was the last round was related to the discussion on the remuneration, where I shared my expectations. They gave me some I would say details related to it, and then we finally agreed, and then I kind of selected and got the offer letter.
Awesome. Awesome. So, in this negotiations part that you mentioned over here, since you were working, you mentioned you were working on a certain compensation level, and then you moved to now you're moving to UX design. So, did you have to compromise too much on your level of compensation, or how did you negotiate on that?
So I would say yes, I had to compensate a lot. Uh,
Okay.
but then I like from beginning I was thinking that I will not worry about the money that is coming in, because my main aim from beginning was to get placed, be it
Right.
anything, or be it anything related to the like the expectations, because I wanted to learn, I wanted to explore, and as I will learn and as I will gain experience, I will definitely, I can, maybe match my remuneration as per the previous one. So I
Understand.
always want, yeah, so I always wanted to just get placed and be in the industry, which I believe is very difficult. Uh, Even after having like so much of experience, and again starting the process from scratch. So for me, the money didn't matter as much.
Learning matters.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
finally,
Finally the outcome. So like she told me the feedback then and there also, which definitely helped me improving my performance, or I would say on adding on the projects in my portfolio or working on my skills. Then because I think the interview and the onboarding process had approximately almost like 20 days gap, 20 to 15 days gap. So then the onboarding process happened. It was a very I would say a sweet and a simple onboarding process from their side, which was like not a very long process. I think now these times, I think the onboarding processes are getting a little shorter and very simple for the people to understand. And then the if I talk about my overall experience so far in the role, it's just that I have just completed, I would say, 1 month with them. So the 1 month was little light. It was not too much happening from the work side, maybe because I am new to them and they also wanted me to kind of adjust with their culture and the background and maybe the type of work they do. But otherwise, I would say everybody is very sweet there. So, like, you can maybe contact them, you can ask them too many questions, because I, as a person, I ask a lot of questions, like a lot of questions. And
good. Good. The designer, it's a good skill to have. Be curious.
yes. So, they never go pissed off. Like, okay, why are you asking this? Why don't you know this? Like, they also understand, and I'm coming from a different background, and this is like a very initial thing for me to start up. So, the overall experience, I would say, so far is very nice, and I think it will going to be great. Because from past 2 weeks, I am loaded with work, and that is what I'm loving it, because now I'm actually learning the process and learning these skills, that how do I do it. So yes, I'm gaining like lot of learning, lot of as I said, lot of tricks in the actual world of UI, and getting lot of experiences, and also a lot of leads, as in from where I can get what.
Okay. A lot of learning basically. Overall.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So now the things that I would have done better, I would say definitely presenting my portfolio more confidently. Maybe I was not so sure, not so confident even after practicing. But still, I had something that, okay, how should I say? What should I say? Will she not say anything? So I think this will come as much as I give interviews or present in front of like different people. Ask better question. So I think I didn't ask much questions on that day of interview, which maybe I can in future. Communication could have been better. So as I said, I was not very confident talking. So I think there I thought that I would have been uh, like very apt that okay, this is the thing that I should say straightly, rather than thinking what she will think or whether it is right or wrong, and
Right.
definitely have fun in the process, which again I didn't had
Okay.
because I think I was scared, or I was shy. I don't know, but I think giving interviews, doing assignments, or doing UI is actually a fun.
So overall, how was your experience with Designers Academy, and then how was your mentor? Do you want to share your experience? You joined in January and you got placed in what, July,
Uh, yes,
August?
yes,
July. Okay, so that was
July.
quick. That's like 7 months, and you got into a job. 3 months
Yes,
is just growth itself. So how was your experience overall?
I would say the experience was really good because, as I told you, like I started looking for different options in July. So in July also, I contacted designers, but I didn't get through it due to my reasons only. But then, so in January, I came back to designers itself that I'll try and start my course, my career with this only. So the overall experience was quite good. I think my mentor was really helpful. So like I had two mentors. So the lady which we started with had to leave in between, and then we got another mentor. So I think even that mentor was I would say full of patience.
Okay.
So, yes.
Who was
So
the
you
mentor?
can ask. He was Sagar Yendra.
Okay, shout out to Sagar then.
Sorry.
Shout out to Sagar. Like Sagar,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Sagar. So he's full of patience, I would say, because we as a batch used to ask so many questions that he's never like, okay, why are you asking now? Maybe the time is up, or maybe I don't have an answer. I think he's the most experienced person I met as of now, I would say, because he will have the answers to every questions, almost every questions. And then I actually remember almost whatever he used to say till now also, because I think we used to gel up. Like as a batch, we used to gel up really well. So we never felt that okay, aaj fir se class hai. So we used to
Right.
enjoy. So
Nice.
overall, the entire experience was really good. I think it's a good platform, I would say, because somebody like me or the people all around are now transitioning, because I could see a lot of people doing it. So they definitely need somebody to mentor, or maybe a platform where you can actually come up and then you can just do whatever you want to. So it's a very nice platform to come up.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Avaneka.
You're
And
welcome.
it was lovely talking to you and knowing about your experience.
Same
In the
here.
end, uh, in the end, would you like to add something to the
I
listeners
will
that,
just, yeah,
yeah,
yes.
to the listeners who are looking at us?
Yeah, so I will just like to add to the people who may be starting up their career like a fresher, or maybe even if they're experience in a matter that because I came across a lot of people that they know UI but they don't know UX. So I would say that in terms of UI, as a fresher, you just need to practice, practice. as much as you practice, as much as you look up to different portfolios, different projects, because I think there's a lot to do, and there is no end in UI. So it is more about enhancing, more about gaining knowledge, more about doing practices, because as we practice, as we enhance, I think we just gonna go up. So, and also keeping things very simple and consistent. I think that is most important.
Just the right things to do, just the right things that people want to listen to. All right, Avaneka, thank you so much for joining in and thank you for sharing your experience with us. All the best with your new organization, and I hope you do wonders.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this platform and also calling me here today. And thank you to you and your entire team.
Thank you so much, Avaneka. So kind of you. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay.
So, guys, that was it for today. We hope you liked the crack story. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section down below. If you'd like to see more videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Bye bye and take care.